Cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome to SIG Autoscaling Weekly Meeting for Monday, the 12th February, 2024. We have a couple of items on the agenda. Krishna, I think first item from you.
Thank you very much. So this is a follow-up item from last week, PR number 5756. So this is where we mentioned last week that if autoscaling group runs into insufficient capacity issue, it happens to terminate a random healthy node. So let's say if I ASG trying to scale up 10 nodes and it succeeded with a couple of nodes and failed with rest with insufficient capacity. So it comes back, and rather than terminating the newly allocated nodes, it will go back and terminate the healthy nodes. Basically, that was the problem in our case, and it was affecting the production workloads. So, and especially the stateful workloads, right? Having said that, we tried to follow up with the author. We haven't heard from him. But last week, Cuba updated, he reviewed the PR, and he updated stating that perhaps it's not, there are no advantages for differing the back-off logic. Instead, he wants it to completely remove it from the code. Do you foresee any disadvantages with that approach? I mean, if we completely take off the back-off logic, is it going to have any negative effect? And the second question is, I haven't seen any update from the author. I think it's one-liner change, right? You just need to take the back off from scale-up requests. So having said that, right, I don't see any update from the original PR author. What should be our next steps?
So just to clarify, I discussed this with Kuba before he wrote his comment. Right? I think what he's proposing is specifically to remove the function that clears back off in case there are instances that start up without error, right? Which is not the same thing as because it could sound like we want to remove the back-off mechanism completely, which isn't the case. We specifically want to remove one code path where we remove an ongoing back-off because a single node managed to start, which is a pretty old logic that I originally wrote, and yeah, I discussed with Kuba, and we think it no longer kind of makes sense. It was implemented many years ago, and kind of I think when we had much smaller clusters with less diverse node groups and so on.
Thank you. So, thank you very much for confirming that part, right? What should be our next steps? Because I don't see PR author acknowledge that update. I don't see his response. So should we wait for him, or should we create a new PR based on this discussion?
I'm happy to leave this to kind of broader consensus on what the kind of default policy on this sort of scenario should be. What I would suggest is ping the author maybe once or twice, and if within a few days they don't respond, just create a new PR that supersedes the previous one, and then we can close it, the original one, and just continue on the new one. Is that reasonable, Guy? I think as SIG lead, you have some.
Yeah, I think that feels reasonable given what there were some comments asking for a rebase they didn't respond to back in back last year, November-ish. So yeah, I would give them one more, like ping them again, probably.
Yeah, but like I would just, in this case, I would just ping once and then create a new PR.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I will ping him again, and let's wait for this week, and we can reconvene perhaps next week. And as you suggested, maybe we can create a new PR if we don't hear from him, right? Thank you very much for your help.
Cool. Jeff, one I've still not heard back from via Slack. To confirm it's the person I think it is, and I don't see them on the call. So Jack.
Yeah, just a really quick shout out that after a couple weeks, I made progress on node hibernation PR. Maciek and Daniel giving that a look in the last couple of weeks. So gentle ping is ready for a new review. Thanks so much. That's it.
Thanks. I think from our side, probably Daniel is going to be the one working most closely with you, since, as he mentioned, he's looking to implement something similar on GCP. I'll let him know.
Cool. Thanks.
Awesome. Anything else from anyone else? That's all we had on the agenda for this week. I shall take the silence as a no. In that case, thanks very much for attending, and see you all next week.